everyone, this is my cousin, I guess you already know.
With the new show Superman and Lois joining the Arrowverse and a flashy trailer teasing the story, many fans are asking themselves, what exactly is the show about? We are going to break down what we know about the story so far and the key characters involved, including Superman, Lois, their twin boys Jon and Jordan, and another possible DC hero fans have been clamoring to see for some time. After being more of an unseen yet supportive presence from Metropolis in Season 1 of Supergirl, Tyler Hoechlin made his physical appearance in Season 2, occasionally teaming up with Kara in National City.
Does this ever get old?
If it does, I will let you know.
Although there was that one time where he got mind controlled and then they got into a big fight and she kicked his butt. Comics accuracy! A few of Superman's familiar supporting cast from the comics has already been introduced on Supergirl. There's of course Lois Lane, played by Elizabeth Tulloch, who will be reprising her role for the new series. There's Superman's pal James Jimmy Olsen, who was a series regular on Supergirl, and Superman's arch-nemesis Lex Luthor showed up in Supergirl to be bald and evil, just like you'd expect. Whether James or Lex shows up in the Superman and Lois series remains to be seen. And although Clark has appeared a few times over the years on Supergirl, we already got to see the highlights of the Lois and Clark relationship, from living on the Kent farm, to their pregnancy and engagement, to their sojourn and childbirth at Argo City, a cosmic refuge for the last surviving Kryptonians and under Superman's protection. However, Arrowverse's Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event had a huge impact on Clark and Lois's life. Lois had just given birth to a son, Jonathan, just before Crisis, and after that calamity ended, that single son suddenly and strangely became twin boys.
The boys?
Yeah, honey, your sons?
That is super weird, but it definitely provides something new and unexpected to explore in the show. It looks like Superman and Lois is basically the story of a duo embracing parenthood, moving back to Smallville and doing their best to raise their now teenage sons, Jon and Jordan. It is worth noting that the Superman comics have had their own track record of mucking about with the DC timeline in order to give Superman a teenage son. Jon has taken on a very prominent role in DC's comic book line in recent years, whether in the pages of Superman, as a member of the futuristic Legion of Superheroes, or in his frequent Super Sons team up with Robin. Jordan, on the other hand, has no counterpart in the comics, and from what we can tell, he's an original character created just for the show. Now, Jon's backstory is pretty complicated even for comic books, but suffice it to say the TV series seems to be drawing heavily from books like 2015's Superman Lois and Clark and the DC Rebirth Superman series, both of which deal heavily with Superman's struggles to keep a low profile and raise a superpowered son. In those books, Jon is depicted as being around 10 years old. However, after embarking on a time travel adventure with his grandfather, Jor-El, yes, he's still alive, and I said it was complicated, Jon winds up aging into a teenager. It's entirely possible Superman and Lois will rely on a similar plot twist to quickly age Jon and Jordan without pushing Lois and Clark into senior citizen territory. After all, the series gives no indication it's set in the future. Plus, neither Superman nor Lois appear any older here than they did in previous Arrowverse appearances. Though in Clark's case, he's not unlike Wolverine in that his powers ensure he ages much slower than ordinary humans.
Kryptonians age at a much slower rate here on Earth.
Further complicating matters, the trailer makes it clear Jon and Jordan are only just now discovering their father is Superman. So now the show needs to explain how they both went through super puberty and how Superman had managed to keep his secret identity around them. And if they say it's the glasses, so help me Rao. Assuming the series follows the source material at all, we'll probably see Jon begin to manifest his powers as the series opens. Once these powers begin to appear, Jon quickly takes up the mantle of Superboy. In fact, the recent Future State crossover shows Jon is destined to one day inherit his father's mantle as Superman. His unique human Kryptonian biology gives him the potential to become even more powerful than Clark. But what about his twin Jordan? Again, this character has no clear analog in the comics, so it remains to see exactly how he fits in. However, what little we do know about the character so far suggests some intriguing storytelling possibilities. Jordan is both more intelligent and more socially aloof than his twin. The series could focus a great deal on Jordan's struggle to fit in, both as a member of Superman's nuclear family and in the small town Smallville setting. What if Jon begins manifesting powers and Jordan doesn't? What does that do to their relationship? Could Jordan wind up becoming the Lex Luthor to Jon's Superman? That certainly seems like the foundation for a lot of dramatic family conflict, if you ask me. Plus, it's always possible we'll learn there's more to Jordan's spontaneous birth than meets the eye. And one last thing before we go, it is strongly believed that this series will finally introduce the Green Lantern Corps in the Arrowverse. Arrow quietly teased the possibility of it in its early seasons with a glimpse of Hal Jordan's flight jacket in a Coast City bar. Then came the theory that John Diggle, Oliver Queen's right-hand man, could be John Stewart, a theory the show was happy to foster. In the Elseworlds crossover, Earth 90 Barry Allen recognized Diggle and noted that he wasn't wearing a particular ring.
Hello, John. Do I know you? You're not wearing your ring.
Later, Arrow introduced Jon's estranged stepfather, General Roy Stewart, in the show's 7th season,
AKA the stepfather that Jon hasn't told his closest friends about.
placing Diggle in the Stewart family tree. And as the show's biggest Green Lantern tease, the series finale shows Diggle investigating a mysterious glowing green object from space as he and his family are packing up to move to Metropolis. And given that Diggle is now moving to Superman's neck of the woods, fans have naturally been assuming Green Lantern John Stewart will play a supporting role in Superman and Lois. Though there is one hitch, the series is set in Smallville, not Metropolis. Still, with John Diggle actor David Ramsey set to appear in and direct 5 episodes of Arrowverse series this year, it certainly seems as though Diggle's evolution from bodyguard to full-fledged Green Lantern is nearly complete. So, do you have a better idea of what to expect from Superman and Lois? What is happening with these crazy kids, and will we see a Green Lantern Corps member? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.